there's traditional sports athletes that we're all familiar with from our background in traditional sports, right? And then I believe there is a new generation of cognitive reformers and cognitive athletes. And my argument is that esports isn't a sport, because I don't think they should be put side by side. And I understand the definition of sport is physical exertion. There has to be a thing of, some sort of physical exertion in a skilled movement, which I still do believe that esports meets, because if you've ever been on a keyboard mouse and playing CSGO, or you're playing League of Legends, like, you need to be, physically in shape in a sense to be able to, control their movements. Your motor control needs to be there, and then there's all the cognitive processing, executive function, reaction time, all of them metrics and all of them skills need to be in place for you to be an effective performer, right? But I still don't think that we should compare esports athletes with traditional sports athletes, because it's like apples and pears. It's two completely different performance requirements for two completely different sports. So I know there's so many traditional sports people that turn their nose up at esports, and I know there's so many esports people that turn their nose up at traditional sports.
I'm sure they do, yeah.
But I think it should be like left alone, in the sense that, look, we respect traditional sports and their amazing physical capabilities and mental capabilities there, but also I think esports athletes deserve the respect of what it actually takes to be at that level. And just to give you one other quick example, so when we were out working with Gamers Origin in France, Kate O'Keefe, Dr. Kate O'Keefe, shall I say now, our performance psychologist, was running some cognitive tests. And one of the big issues when you're doing cognitive tests for this population is that if they're not individualized, all of the gamers will get 100% of the scores, because the cognitive tests are used for general population, right? But some of the scores these guys were getting were just completely off the chart, and it goes back down again to show just how much more advanced a professional esports athlete is than your everyday, human being. And I think it's amazing, just both for research, both for performance. Like, esports itself is such an incredibly exciting place to work in right now.
I think that is fascinating, but I guess the fascinating thing is that additional cognitive development has massive crossover into everyday life as well. So these guys and girls with those types of scores, you can guarantee they're going to be pretty sharp in everyday life. If they want to do something else, if they want to start a business, if they want to be entrepreneurial, if they want to take, high level, executive function roles, then they're pretty much predisposed to do that because their gaming has been their education.
Yeah. And I think, like, gaming does get a lot of stick, but there's a lot you can learn from gaming. Yes, we talk about the cognitive skills as well, but even for young people, like the leadership skills, the communication skills, there's so many benefits to gaming. I think in all, it's all about balance though, and it's about having a healthy relationship with the game. Unfortunately as well, though, Jay, with the way games are designed, it's designed to hit into that dopamine system. It's designed to keep you coming back. It's designed to keep you hooked in to the game. And I think that is a massive issue. And that's why, gaming addiction is a problem. That's why so many people use gaming as their kind of outlet for stress and escapism out of the real world, especially now during lockdown. I know a lot of people have turned to video games to kind of keep them sane. But I think one of the things we're really trying to do with the gaming population is really help them become more self-aware and start to really understand, look, games are designed in a certain way to keep you hooked in, but if you're constantly hooked in there and not recovering properly and using that as your kind of fix for all the emotional problems that you actually have, it's not a healthy cycle to be in. So that's one of the kind of key things that we actually work through with both, proper professional sports athletes or esports athletes, and also the more recreational gaming, is really helping them understand, how games are built, what their relationship with gaming, and how to maintain more of a healthy, sustainable relationship with it.